Crannogs. There are said to have been up to 2,000 lakeside settlements, wetland settlements, but the term Crannog doesn't appear in the early sources until the Annals in 1220. Prior to this, they were referred to as Inish or Ilion, which means island, but this can refer to monastic sites or other islands. There's a debate as to what actually constitutes as a true Crannog. Crannogs tend to be artificial islands, but a true Crannog is said to be one with palisades or walls, which the prehistoric ones tended not to have. They survive today as tree-clad islands or mounds at the side of lakes, bearing no resemblance to the prosperous dwellings that they once were. They were often royal homesteads to regionally powerful kings, where they would have been surrounded by their retinues of stewards, craftsmen, warriors and slaves, although they were only seasonal homes, as mobility was an important aspect of the early Irish kingship. Some were only simple homesteads with one or two houses, or workshops and prisons, although sometimes they were used simply as a refuge for kin and property. These early lakeside settlements could have been used as early as the Neolithic era, with definite archaeological evidence suggesting a late Bronze Age. Most of the Crannogs tend to date from the 6th to the 13th century, and they were occupied up until the 17th century. They were part of a royal settlement complex, often accompanied by a nearby ring fort. Although they came in many designs, some with stone walls, and others would be a hybrid of ring fort and Crannog. By the late medieval period, Crannogs had stopped being used by the general population and was exclusively for the Gaelic nobility and possibly Anglo-Normans. And we can see this with the fact that they started to build tower houses and castles on some of them. During the Tudor conquest of Ireland, the destruction of Crannogs was seen as vital by the English, as they were seen as an area where resistance and rebellion could grow from. In fact, much later on, during the 9 Years' War in Ireland, there are records of many failed attacks by English on Irish Crannogs, showing how easy they were to defend. We often try to associate ourselves with our ancient Irish clans, their lands, their castles, not realising that Crannogs were probably one of the most important native Irish structures in medieval society, and many of them do have links to Irish families that are recorded. If you wish to know more, check out my channels and I'll post more videos like this.